Hey guys, welcome to the channel. Check out that view. City of Sierra Vista, Arizona down there. We are headed up the mountain to the campsite. Before it gets dark, it's already, sun is down on this side of the mountain, but the sun will be shining on the other side. This is the east side. The west side will be lit up by the sun for a while longer, but I want to get up there before it gets dark. Maybe I can see the sunset. Here we are at the campsite. All right, guys. So what are we doing out here waiting for it to get dark on the mountain? I am out actually testing the WUBEN X4 little mini flashlight. This is an EDC flashlight. Super cool. Let me show you there. Very cool. So the first thing we're going to do, well, I sat here at the campsite for a while, waiting for it to get dark. Just watch right here and I'll show you the unboxing, tell you some of the features, and then we'll get back to the night test here in just a little bit. Okay, so here is the box for the WUBEN X4. So it does say 1500 max output lumens, 205 max beam distance in meters. So let's get this thing unboxed. So my first WUBEN light, even though I've reviewed a lot of flashlights, but this is my first WUBEN flashlight. Okay, so this is how the box opens. Thanks for using WUBEN. User manual right here. It's a pretty thick user manual, probably because it has different languages, yes. Wow, this is a lot smaller than I thought. I mean, I was thinking it was a bigger light. Just by the images I've seen, I had no idea. This is awesome. Wow, that is a quality feeling light. It's definitely made out of aluminum. Nice belt clip here. Please remove the battery installation sheet before using it. So in other words, there's a thing in here to keep the battery from making contact, and you want to remove that so your battery will make contact. It will come on. We also have a wrist strap here, one that can adjust up around your wrist. These are actually really cool if you're out somewhere, especially if you're around somewhere you don't want to drop it. You could lose it. This will tighten up around your wrist as long as you got it on here, and you're not going to lose it. Then we get a USB to USB-C charging cable. So looks like right here is how we open up the battery. And this is what I was talking about removing. So it's basically blocking contact from the ground side of the battery to this spring, this contact right here. And now the battery will make contact. So here is the battery, which is a WUBEN. And from what I've read, these batteries are excellent batteries. This is a ABE 3400 and 18650 battery. It's cool that all the contacts are gold, so it's quality contacts. You don't have to worry about it losing contact. We close that. Click that shut, and then there's a lock on here. That's so you don't accidentally push this button. Even if you do, it's not going to come open on you. Very good. So here is all of our adjustments. So we got lock, just some different light modes. There's moon mode is the far one over like that. And when you slide this right here, that's the USB-C connection. So right here, we turn it on. That's in moon. So this is the intensity right here. And it'll blink when it goes all the way down or probably all the way up. But you can see that's all the way on low right there. And then when I turn this dial, it's just variable. And when it blinks like that, that means you're all the way bright. Go back down. So you can kind of variable. A lot of lights have a high, medium, low. This one is variable, which is really cool. I like that. It's just a super good setup. Super bright. Can't wait to try this out tonight. And then here on the back, we have a momentary button. So just push it once, it makes it come on. It's bright right now. If we double click it, we get strobe. So this light right here, by pushing this button, this would be really nice. Like if you're in a tent, you want to light it up a little bit, but not a lot. This would be really handy. And I'm sure this saves a lot of your battery right there. But now if we double click this, Then we have red to green flashing. If we just hold this button down, then we get the blue on here flashing. Tap it and hold it down. Now we're at the RGB light, which shows there blue. It's kind of variable, like that's kind of a purple to red to a yellow. We keep turning it, we're going green. Keep turning it more white, kind of a teal white maybe. Then we go to blue. So it's very cool that it's variable. And like I said, we can even make it a purple look. There's yellow to green to white to blue. It's just a very cool light. And then when we put this in the lock mode, all the way back, it shows a little lock on here. That locks all these buttons. So if you throw this in your travel bag, your motorcycle like I'll be doing, then you don't have to worry about it hitting the button and causing any of this stuff to come on and run your battery dead. So we'll plug in this to charge, which is a cool place. So you unlock it here, slide it forward, and there is where you plug in the USB-C. So the red light here, when it's plugged in, shows that we're charging, and then when this is full charge, it's going to turn blue to show that we're full charge. As far as charging, when it's dead, it takes 2.5 hours to fully charge it. That's at 5 volt, 2.4 amp. Okay, so as far as the intensity and the different modes, so moon mode is 5 lumens, and this thing will last an incredible 285 hours on the moon mode. That is crazy. Now, as any light, when you're in somewhere like a cave or a survival situation, you want to conserve your battery. So if you're in a cave and you want to conserve your battery and you have it on 5 lumens, could be the difference between life and death. Now when we put this in turbo mode, which is the highest power, we're talking 1500 lumens, and it will last 3 hours, which is still a long time for 1500 lumens. It does show that the throw distance, as far as how far it shines, 205 meters, which is a long ways. You're talking like 600 feet. This is also IP68 waterproof. So basically 2 meters underwater, or like 6 feet for an hour. And the weight of this with the battery in it is 4.97 ounces. And also the bottom here is magnetic. So if we want to stick this on something, it's got a strong magnet here, so we can actually stick it on something. And you can see that it actually will hold itself up here. Nice strong magnet if you want to stick it to something, like if you're working under the hood of your vehicle or on your motorcycle, you could actually stick it on and aim it toward where you're working. Okay, so I'm on WUBEN's website here checking this out. And as far as the colors, this color here we have is the gray. We can also get this in black, or we can get this in white. So they have 3 different colors. Another cool thing I've noticed that they have is a bicycle mount. So you can actually clamp this thing on, slide this onto it, and lock it on to a bicycle mount. So that's pretty cool that you can do that. If you're a bicycler, need a good headlight, take this with you. So what we're going to do here is go ahead and lock this back, leave it off. I'll go ahead and charge this up, and then tonight I'll be out on the motorcycle after dark, and we're going to take this thing and try it out, see what it looks like. Okay, so we are out here to try out the WUBEN X4 in the dark. It's a full moon tonight, really close to a full moon. I believe it's right there at a full moon. But, so it's a little bit light out here, even though it is nighttime, but we're going to try this out. So we got a moon first, is what this is. As you can see here, actually, this does really good. I mean, to get around, we'll go over here where it's kind of in the shadows in the night here. But I mean, for being pretty low power, that's really good to last 280 hours or whatever that is. So if we turn the dial here now, then we can actually variable it. It's pretty fast. It brightens up really fast. And there is the brightest, which is crazy how bright this thing is, guys. I mean, we are light. Look at the trees. How good this thing is lighting up. Wow, that is actually impressive. So yes, definitely good. So take this out camping with you. Well, shining up there toward that mountain. It don't shine a spot that far up on that mountain way up there, but it's pretty powerful. And you won't need this bright most of the time. This is just like if you need a lot of power. So if we turn it down, back to moon, flashes when we're all the way down. So now I push down on the tail button and now we got the turbo. I mean, I can see it actually shining up there on that mountain in turbo. That is like down the ground, it probably blows the video plumb out. It's just that bright. This is crazy for such a tiny little light. Now look at them rocks up there. Should be able to see them pretty good. Lights it up. Look at the bike. But like I said, this is actually too bright for most stuff. Wouldn't need that much. I'll go over this way. And hopefully there's no bears or mountain lions out here right now, because they are up here. But yeah, this is awesome. This little light. This little light is super cool. Look at that. On them rocks. Super good. So we're back on moon again. We're here, you see. I mean, if you just want to conserve battery, that's definitely going to do it. We can brighten it up here a little bit. We put it on the light here on the side. There's green. Go back to the bar. All them lights there. Now we're just flashing on the green. Blue. Now we're flashing red and green. Lights up the ground there, red and green. Pretty bright. But this is pretty awesome. No doubt. I am digging it a lot. And look at the lights down the city. Hopefully you can see them on the camera. But yeah, this is a great little camping light. Very impressive. So you got the moon and the turbo and everything in between. Just to dial it down to what you want. There's a little bit of light. That's crazy how bright this little light is. I'm liking it. So I guess if there is something out here, you can definitely see them. And if you want to freak them out, hit the strobe mode, because look at that. That is wild on the strobe mode. Pretty darn cool. But if you need to work on the bike, this is it. And I can actually stick it to the bike if I wanted to work on something like so. Stick it on there. As long as it's steel. It's sticking there, but it's a round pipe. Kind of hard to do it, but it does work. Alright guys, so that is the WUBEN X4 out here at night on the mountains. Taking the Honda Trail 125 out for a ride. Super cool little light. I'm loving this light. I'm going to keep it on the bike so I can take it out and use it at nighttime when I go camping and stuff. But thank you all for watching. I will post a link down below where you can check this out. Click that thumbs up, hit the subscribe button, hit the bell icon so you'll be notified when I put out a new video, and we'll catch you all in the next adventure. Ride on.